Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hot Lips. Today, we'll be talking about Black history. I know that we talk a lot about all the history makers that's out in the world today, like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Harriet Tubman, Gordon Parks, Phyllis Wheatley, and Benjamin O. Davis Sr. Today, we want to talk about Black history within our family. A lot of times, when we're celebrating, we omit to celebrate with our families and not express to our children and our grandkids what Black history really is. So I think that a lot of times that there's not enough pride in our families to talk about. We don't think that there is, but there is. There's things that's going on within the family that we should talk about. Who was the first person in your family to own land? Who was the first person in your family to have a business? Who was the first person in your family to go to college? And so on. So we have to get our children to understand that. We have to remind them, to have conversation with them about what's going on within our family, how we're making history that people don't see every day, but we see within our families. We can't blame other people for things that we're not teaching our children. And as time goes on, they're changing so much in society that we're just forgetting to go back to Black history, our family history. There are things that we need within our family, like love, to love one another. How do we get that love back? How do we get the strength to do things that will transition our family lives, to build stronger families? We have to go back, guys. I mean, I know that a lot of times young people say, oh, we don't want to hear that. We don't want you guys to keep talking about that. We're moving forward. But we have to set some goals and some mindset for young people. So we have to go back and educate our young people. It is our job. It is the grandmothers. It's the aunties and the uncles. It's our responsibility to build strong families. We have to build them up mentally. I mean, there is so much out there mentally challenging young people that they can't see straight. They can't focus because there's so much out on social media. There's so much out on the news. We have to train and teach our children to have a better mindset. We got to take care of them physically. I mean, there's a lot of times when we don't go out and do the proper diets and nutrition for our children. We have to build them up physically, mentally. We have to work to move forward. We have to acknowledge that we need to do better as a Black family. And to do that, we have to teach our children. We have to read the Black history books. We have to take them to the museums. We have to let them know where they come from. Society is not going to do that for you guys. We have to do that as a family. We have to take time to support each other, to reflect. Go back and talk about the times, when you went to your grandmother's house. Go back and talk about the first time, you saw your mom and dad kissing and how that made you feel. You have to go back and reflect on things that have happened in the past to keep them present on what's going on now. It's okay to pass on family traditions. I know a lot of times people say, I don't want to do that. But the most important thing is to pass on family tradition. I can truly say this. My father was murdered, and the only thing that was left on his body when they found him was a ring that we purchased him the Christmas before. So now our family tradition is that everybody who graduates from college, the males, they will have that ring. So we have like a little ceremony where we pass that ring down through the families. And believe it or not, my nephew got married, and he had that story in his program, which brought me to tears because then I understood that he understood that we had some tradition, that we had some family history. So, there is history right there within your family. And I would like for everyone to take time to reflect on that, to teach your children. Teach your children about your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your parents, their aunts and uncles. Intertwine, mix with each other. I know sometimes we have a big family reunion. One time a year will not do. We have to teach them this every day. We have to wake them up teaching them this. We have to have family portraits through the house. We have to have symbols of what our family meant to us. So I'm asking today for everyone to reflect on their own personal Black history, to do the little things like I said, that like for me, when I finish here today, I'm going to take a little time and reflect. I'm going to reflect on my grandmother. She loved church. She loved praying. I'm going to reflect on that. I'm going to reflect on the times we cook out in the country and we just had so much food we didn't know what to do. I'm going to reflect on talking to her or reading her letters that she sent to me. I'm going to reflect on my father and my mother getting ready to go out to the club on Friday night to listen to some good old R&B and just connecting with their friends and their cousins and their family members. So today I'm going to take time to reflect on my Black history that was taught to me. And I'm asking you to take time to reflect within your family, your Black history that was taught to you. And have a great day.